So sometimes partners can receive an interest in a partnership, become an owner, a partner, by contributing services to the partnership and not assets. This is like a case where people have expertise but they don't have the money or the assets, and they combine with other people who do have money and assets, and they form a partnership. Well, what happens when a person contributes services for a partnership interest? First, you have to determine if the person is getting a capital interest or a profits interest. The capital interest means on day one they have the right to some percentage of the assets that the partnership owns. Okay, and they haven't done anything for that yet. So when that happens, the person contributing the services has to recognize some income right away. It's ordinary income because essentially they're getting paid. They have an interest that's worth $20,000 immediately, even though they haven't done anything yet. So, and they're getting that money because they're going to provide services. Well, when a company provides, or when a person provides services to a company, they typically get paid like wages, and that's ordinary income. So Sarah would get ordinary income in this case, and then the other two partners would have ordinary deductions. Whenever somebody gets income, somebody else is getting a deduction. So this deduction will affect the profit sharing split, or change between these three partners. If a profits only interest is granted to the contributing to the service providing partner, then that means they don't have any rights on day one to liquidation assets, so they don't have to record any income on day one. Instead, they will simply record profit as it is earned over time. However, though, that person will receive some basis for debt being allocated to them. So if there's debt inside the company, non-recourse debt, now Sarah is going to have a percentage of that go to her. So, or I should say an increased percentage, because she had 33% before, now it's going up to 40%. So some basis is going to be allocated to her and taken away from the other two partners. If a profits and the capital interest were granted to Sarah for her services, then both things would happen. She'd have income, they'd have deductions, she would get some debt basis, and they would have a reduction in their debt basis. You can read through this stuff. This is for acquiring a partnership interest, acquiring it, not contributing services or assets, but buying a partnership interest. A little bit less complicated here. Whatever you pay for that equals your, plus the debt allocation, that equals your initial basis.